Students, let us start understanding the difference between two types of units, and that are fundamental and derived units. We can call them fundamental and derived quantities also and units also. Fundamental means the units or quantities which cannot be broken further or which cannot be simplified further. So all the 7 quantities, basic and 2 supplementary quantities, these two are fundamental. And derived quantity means which can be broken further in terms of fundamental units. So to explain the difference, we will take an example. Suppose we talk about velocity quantity. Velocity formula is displacement upon time. So displacement can be expressed as length. Displacement is measured in what? Kilogram or meter? So it's meter, that means it is expressed as length. We can replace it by length. And for time we can write capital T symbol as we have discussed. So because velocity could be broken into two terms, L and T, and this breaking procedure we have to apply till the time we can proceed, till the time the fundamental quantities doesn't appear. So velocity could be broken, so velocity is a derived quantity. So quantity is velocity, the unit, derived unit is meter per second, and dimensional formula is LT minus 1. So these three things are explained in this sheet. Derived quantity is velocity, derived unit is meter per second, and if we don't write the unit, we only write the symbols. So for meter L is written, for second T is written. So LT minus 1 is called dimensional formula. So this way we can take examples of some more quantities to understand that derived quantities are what. In the same manner, if we talk about some more quantities which are listed here, suppose we don't talk about velocity, we talk about speed. Then also speed is distance upon time. Distance formula is distance is expressed in meter, time is expressed in second. So we can finally write it meter per second. So this is the derived unit of speed. So because speed could be broken, it is a derived unit. And in case if we have to write the dimensional formula means we have to only use that symbols which were given in the last column of the SI table. So for meter we have to use length L, for second we have to use time T, and powers also we have to keep as it is. So LT minus 1 is the formula of speed. In the same manner, if we take some more quantities, now our target is we have to find the derived unit of given quantities and dimensional formula. So let us start. Acceleration A, we have to think any formula of given quantity. So acceleration A, do we know any formula of acceleration? So acceleration formula is velocity upon time. Then velocity we have already broken and we got its answer as meter per second. We'll substitute here, and time which is in denominator, that will be replaced by second. Now this second will also shift to the numerator. So this way the power will change to second power minus 2. So what we have got this? We have got this derived unit of acceleration. And if we don't write meter and second, we use only symbol, capitals, then we will call it dimensional formula. So for meter means length, we will write L. And for second means time, so we'll write here T. Powers we have to keep as it is, which we have obtained. So this way the acceleration is a quantity. Its derived unit is meter second power minus 2. And its third thing, dimensional formula is L T minus 2, means L power 1 T power minus 2. In the same manner, if we understand the force, let us try for force. We have to think any formula of force which we know. Any formula will work. Always the answer of derived unit or dimensional formula will be obtained same. Whichever formula we apply, correct formula. So I know the force formula ma. Ma means mass into acceleration. Now mass unit is kg and acceleration's unit is, we have already obtained, meter second power minus 2. So this is the derived unit because all the units are only written here. But if we write symbols, then it will become dimensional formula. So for kg it is capital M because kg means mass. For meter means length, capital L. And for second it is time, so T raised to power minus 2. This way we have obtained the force dimensional formula. We have to learn it because in every numerical this force formula, dimensional formula will be required. So mLT minus 2 you can learn. Let us proceed to work W. Work formula we have studied in 9th standard. Force into displacement. We have not to solve again force because we have already solved force here. So we can directly use force answer kg meter second power minus 2 into distance. For distance we'll write meter. The SI unit is meter. And finally we'll combine the powers. So kg is appearing once, meter is appearing twice, so meter square, and second power minus 2. So this is the derived unit of work, and here it is the dimensional formula of work, m1 L2 T minus 2. You must have understood we have used the symbols. Let us understand now quantity charge. Charge means current into time. Current is a fundamental quantity. You can see it was there in the SI first table. So current is replaced by ampere A and time is replaced by second. So this is the derived unit, ampere second, and we can make the dimensional formula also by using the symbols, capitals. So ampere and ampere same. Dimensional formula for dimensional symbol for current is capital A only, but second is to be written as time T. So A1 T1 is the charge answer. If we talk about the energies, now we already know that the work and energies are having the same unit. Work is also expressed in joule and energies are also expressed in joule. So let us check, are we getting the similar answer in form of derived unit? So kinetic energy basic formula is half of mv square. Now this half has no unit, so it can be ignored. Remaining quantity is mv square. M means kg, v velocity means meter second power minus 1, and power 2, because of this power 2 we will apply. We are getting kg meter square second power minus 2, or in the symbols m1 L2 T minus 2. You can check that work answer and kinetic energy answer is same. They should be same also because they have the same unit, joule. Last quantity in this sheet is potential energy mgh. M means kg. G is gravitational acceleration. So any kind of acceleration will always have the same answer. So from here we will put the answer here and then we'll get this answer. So this answer is also the same.